Welcome to Late Night Music Club. My name's Ryan. Yours isn't. Go and watch our last week's episode. This week we got Vie Jester playing their song Hollow Graffiti right fucking now.
Touch. My senses tell me I feel too much. Gold all around me. Yeah, it draws me like I'm painted. You don't like what I've become, but how in the hell am I supposed to feel? Let's take a ride on a colored wheel. Inside a hollow I follow the path. The sun is painted and I can't see. You vandalize with a brush in hand, singing me songs that say I'm the man. With gold all around me, but these walls are getting faded. I can see the other side. Now where in the hell am I supposed to hide? I'm spinning wheels inside the holography. I follow the path. The sun is painted and I can't see. I can't see. It's taking over me. It's taking over me. Holography. Such a colorful wheel is all I feel. 'Cause I live inside a hollow veil of hollow graffiti. It's taking over me. 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 It's taking over.
Hi, welcome back to Late Night Music Club. You just saw a performance from Vie Jester.
That's right.
Vie Jester, thank you for
How's
being
it
here
going?
with us.
Thanks for having us.
We have Kyle.
Hello.
We have Jamie.
Howdy.
Jamie or Jaime.
Either is fine.
Either is fine. And we have Cliff. I was getting to it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for rocking our minds and the rest of our bodies with
for
your
having us.
music.
Any part that shakes.
You felt
We're happy
that?
to be here.
Loving the vibe here. The energy was great.
Just like this interview.
Starting off great.
You have a song you just played called Hollow Graffiti.
Yes.
Why don't you give us a little bit of the backstory behind the song?
Kind of picture the Matrix, like how the world is generated by like a machine, kind of. It's kind of a theory that the world is hollow, and this is kind of a generation.
It's like a modern quantum physics theory that they have, that everything that we are seeing is just projection.
The structure's invisible and surrounds you. It's creating the matter and what you see.
But we're not that nerdy. So really, it's basically symbolic of how you project the things that you feel emotionally and the things that you have in your own mind out in the world around you. So you basically create your reality. That's really what it's about.
It's by far the most complex and meaningful meaning of a song that we've had on thus far. It's come to my attention that you have 2 EPs out.
That's right.
What are the names of those EPs?
Cognizance is the first EP, 3 tracks.
And Etches in Ether. We just released Etches in February. Yeah. So that's like a 5-track album.
Only 5?
Only 5.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's
we
not
got
a full.
3, 5, and next one's probably going to be 7 at this rate.
Working on it.
Building up just one at a time
Yeah.
until you have a full length. And
In
you
about
go,
5
wow.
years, it's going to be a double album.
Be something to play.
You guys think ahead a lot more than the other bands. You think ahead about this kind of stuff.
You got to, man. You have to plan those things because it's, when you're an independent band funding your own projects, you have to have money dictating how much you're going to put into the project, right?
You have to have a 5-year plan.
Kind of.
Yeah, well, my boss one time asked me, what's your 5-year plan? And I said, I'm going to be celebrating the 5-year anniversary of you asking me this question.
Yeah, it's weird that we have 5-year plans in the workplace and stuff. It's like, what's your 5-year plan? You know who came up with 5-year plans, right?
No.
Enlighten us.
Stalin did.
Really?
Yeah, it was his idea.
Joe
good.
Stalin.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we're going to have a 5-year plan. Like 5 years, we're going to be like way strong enough to beat the Americans. And that's where, and then like bosses were like, that's a cool idea. And they started using it in the workplace. And
I
it got
like
really
that guy,
weird.
Stalin.
Oh,
He's
man.
onto something.
Crack that whip.
Vie Jester. That's not 2 words I've ever put together in my life, one after the other, until now. How did those words come together in that way to name your band?
You know what a jester is?
I know what a jester is.
Most people have a general idea. The word vie comes from like competition, like prize fighting, basically. And, we're all into that style of, competitive sports. And vie basically means like when someone who is not the champion is trying to become the champion. They're vying for a title, so to speak. So the Vie Jester is kind of like the fool or the clown in all of us trying to better ourselves or to be better in the world, that kind of thing. And also it comes from the fact that, jesters were the clown in the court of royalty, right? But they were almost like comedians where they could
Say
they
whatever.
could say things that were politically incorrect without having too much blowback. You know what I mean? Because they were making fun of it. So we're trying to be a band that's about awareness and bringing certain things to light that a lot of bands, I feel like, especially these days, are kind of afraid to talk about. We're definitely big on Rage Against the Machine and bands like Tool, System of a Down. So it has to do with that kind of a meaning.
You guys are by far the deepest band we've ever had on this show.
We try, man.
Thank you.
Like one
That's
after
right.
the other. I mean that in like the best way possible,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Yeah, it's something to feel and connect to. That's important. You're playing up there and you're delivering the message of the song or the tune or any lyrics that have been written. You're not up there just, going through the motions. There's a little bit of that passion behind it,
Yeah.
that little bit of that's there. Hopefully someone gets it, hears it, likes it, and thinks that extra second, just goes, maybe, perhaps, maybe.
So you go,
perhaps.
and they go,
You go, and you go,
There's a lot of grunting when we perform.
So that deepest band ranking, that might have just have a little bit.
I represent my group of people.
downloading music. It's the next thing on the whiteboard that I'm supposed to ask you about.
Oh, I wonder what that was for.
The state of music downloads right now, I think that the streaming services, everybody's using them, Spotify, Pandora, our radio. It's just the next wave. You can't really stop it at this point. Everybody's doing it, And then the people that really care still pay the artist by going out and purchasing it, but it's just kind of like, it's convenient, It's the music artists didn't really, and the record labels couldn't really stop it. So at this point, it's kind of, it's just going that way.
Yeah, it's not like people are trying to steal. It's just too convenient, like you said. It's so convenient to the point that they're not thinking that they're doing something wrong. They're not thinking that they're not paying tribute to the artists who are creating money, working their asses off, and not getting any kind of royalty for that. They say, okay, streaming pays in fractions of cents, but yeah, that's fractions and fractions of cents. It's not anything like if they were having to mandatorily pay for a download when they listen to a song.
Yeah, it's very strange in the way of there's just been this wave of streaming services.
Yeah.
It's caused this whole tidal shift to this, this new medium. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they do that because I don't know why they just started streaming things and they're not paying. I don't know what the difference in the law is with different royalties. Like, why don't I have to pay the statutory rate? I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But I'd sure like to know what the reasonings behind it is and why there's so many loopholes.
Yeah, there just needs to be regulation because right now there's no regulation, and that's why a lot of these apps and programs are able to pop up because they can. And they're each thinking, oh, wow, we want to somehow make money off of this by getting all kinds of activity towards this one app. And then I think the end game for a lot of them is that we're going to switch to being a subscription-based service, which a lot of them did, right? And then now Apple Music is coming out. Apple Streaming,
yeah.
Yeah. They're coming out and they're doing the same thing, but they're trying to change the game for the artist, I believe. I think they're trying to make sure that artists like us who are up and coming, even unsigned, are getting their proper dues, which would be nice, but I mean, I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen. We'll see.
But the biggest issue with streaming, like we wouldn't mind being on Pandora or being featured on Spotify or something like that, because like as a DIY musician or DIY, it's your biggest issue is obscurity more than being streamed for free. It's like if everybody's gonna stream your stuff, that benefits you. So we want to be on that bandwagon to be discovered.
Yeah.
Gigs. When are you playing those?
Well, we're going to roll this gigs thing into the social media thing.
We have a gig coming up in August. It's at a Superbike rally in San Bernardino, and we're playing at the Screaming Chicken Saloon, and that's going to be pretty cool. We're playing at 3 p.m. It's going to be a bunch of bikers there.
And apparently
That's August
Screaming
15th.
Chickens.
Everyone's invited if you want to see that.
So if you're a biker, or you're a screaming chicken, or a biker who raises screaming chickens, be sure to head on down to the Super Bike Rally, or Super Biker, the Super Bike Rally, and watch these guys play. It's definitely, like, I could see that as, like, having a biker crowd.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I'm
we're going to rock that
excited about it.
joint. It's going to be hotter than hell.
There's social media on the internet of you guys, unfortunately. How can people
Yes, unfortunately, we're on the internet.
How can people find this stuff?
YouTube/Vie
No, I
Jester.
wasn't asking for links. Like, how can you let people find this stuff?
Facebook.com/Vie Jester.
Instagram @Vie Jester.
YouTube.com/Vie Jester.
VieJester.com.
That's the big one.
That is the big one.
Did you say Twitter?
Twitter. Fuck Twitter.
Oh, you
said it.
you
I
can't-
said
You
it.
can't say that word. They don't like.
She said we can't say mother.
No, you can't say Twitter.
You can't say We got looks in the back.
Told you, man.
Yes! Welcome back to Late Night Music Club. Thank you for joining us. You can go to Betty by Time now, but not before you eat your vegetables and subscribe to our channel. Also, go and check out Vie Jester and the links below on their social medias and pay for their music like a good little boys and girls do. Yes. Ah!